As we talk on the phone for 2 or 3 hours at night like a couple of teenagers, and she had a really great sense of humor, and we'd like to do a lot of things together, and of course she was very proud of her family. And one time my daughter was given a kitten, and she kept it in her room for a couple of days because my husband didn't want us to have another cat, and he found out that there was one. So I took Fluffy over to the Kalstroms, and she became a very close part of that family for very many years. And John bathed her all the time. And anyway, I think that was probably one of LaVella's favorite pets. And she was just a wonderful person, is all you know, and we're all going to miss her very much.
Hello, I'm Valor Hilke. I grew up behind the Kalstrom family. I moved into the neighborhood in 1969, and my first memory of meeting Mrs. Kalstrom was when I was digging by the back fence. I must have been about 5 years old, and she had a great garden. She was always growing vegetables and flowers and everything like that, and I saw a carrot, and I reached under the fence to grab the carrot, and the carrot bit me, and I said, Mrs. Kalstrom, there was a bunny rabbit holding a carrot, and the carrot bit me. And she said, no, Valerie, that's our duck. And the bill bit me. Anyway, it was really funny. It was the first time I ever seen a duck, and she invited me over to see. And John taught that duck how to skateboard, and it was in the newspaper. So I love my neighborhood, very amazing neighborhood I grew up in, and I just wanted to share that memory with you guys.
Thank you.
As you all know, Dean could be the life of the party. We often met at the beach for a barbecue, and one night we're there and all standing around in the circle getting ready to leave, and she looks down and she looked at Fred's feet and she said, those are the most perfect toes I've ever seen. And then she looked over at mine and she said, and what happened to yours? And we're all standing there looking down, and a man who was not with us at that time that was part of the party came running over and he says, I thought I was missing a prayer meeting. What's going on?
Thank you.
I'm Gary, her brother, and I can remember when she was living with us for a while in San Bernardino. Linda and I were very young then, and she was a little older, and she had this friend that had a Model A, and he would come by to pick her up, and he would take Linda and I with him, and we would go out for ice cream, and we would get to ride in the rumble seat, and it was so much fun. And when you think about it, how many guys would take their girlfriends, kids, brothers and sisters out for ice cream? I thought it was wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm Linda, LaVella's sister, and if you've ever received a card from LaVella or sent one to her, she treasured cards so much, and I know she has boxes of them, and I kind of got that from her too. And just as I was getting ready to come down here, I was going through some cards. We also had something we would do. We were very economical. We would send the same card back and forth with the note written on a paper. And as I opened a birthday card, out fell, Linda, I loved you the first day I saw you, and I still love you, and I always will. And I'll always treasure that. She was a big sister to look up to. She prepared me for old age. She was 13 to 14, I don't know, it's sometimes 13 years older, sometimes 14 years older, depending on the time of year. And she would tell me what to expect. When I hit 50, I was to expect this, and when I hit 60, my teeth were going to go. And then when I hit 65, I was going to lose my hair, so I better grow it long so I could wrap it up and cover the bald spot. So anyway, she was a joy to my life. I will miss her dearly, and I love Richard as much, and I'm so glad that she was blessed having him as her husband all these years.
Thank you.
It's been mentioned a couple of times that Dean was very entertaining, and he was one of the world's premier storytellers. And we used to have get-togethers, and Dean would come. And if our son knew that she was going to be there, he was sure to be there because she would have us in stitches telling stories. And she was always a lot of fun to have around.
Thank you.